Hello. Hi, Tanya. Haven't talked to you all day long. I know you've been busy, busy. Just get a few things cleaned up. So welcome well, when you guys get here, let me know you're here so that I know you're on. Oh, thank you, Tanya. At least we will have a little break for a while. Now I know that I just pushed the measurement, so it looks funny. Because it does not put spaces in there. And so let me just say, if you look down at the bottom, you're going to see the at the bottom of the picture, you'll see it in the description, these sizes. It's not 111. It looks odd, and I'm sorry about that. So let me just, again, it doesn't give us the spacing, and I'll leave that up. So we were working on our explosion boxes, and I was using the vintage paper. Then I did have a request about the poo paper. So I've made another set, and I got to reduce some matting. But I did do another set, and so I want to show you. I've got one set of pages done, and we're still going to make both sets so that you'll know how to make it. But I wanted you to see what it's going to look like when you're done. And so I hope you guys are out there with me, because I don't see any comments, but that's okay. You'll be able to always watch this recorded if you aren't here live with us tonight. Okay, so I want to go ahead and just do a walkthrough. Let's see which one. This is the one I need to leave off. These are, let me show you the one pages that I got finished. I'm still matting the box, but I thought the Winnie the Pooh Christmas was so cute, and we did have a request for it, so I went ahead and got mine out. I've been using the stickers, and I'll show you. I used a little bit of the chipboard, but not a lot, because you don't want a lot of bulk in this. And this is going to be the one size pages that it's going to be in, and I'll remake these for the other album, but then I'll remake the other ones tonight in Pooh. And then I'm going to have you just refer back to the original video on how to make the belly band. And I'm freezing, so my lips are like they don't want to move. I'm so cold. Okay. The whole idea is that you can now document the 12 days of Christmas. You really can't go higher, because it starts to get pretty thick. So we're going to start, and we'll just take a look at what I've done. And that's one of the sticker sheets. And then just making some little booklets out of some of my scraps. These are 2 flaps. And then I use the white cardstock on my flaps so that you can journal. Now this was a pocket, and I glued mine down. Don't ask me how. So I've got a little tiny tuck spot, but I glued it on all 4 sides as I was working. Craziest thing. Then, you can do your decorating here. You can add some more photo mats. These are the size, however you like. And then I use the cut apart, and I just cut that down. This is where I use the chipboards, and I actually pop those up on foam. But that's about the only place that you can use it, is on that front cover. Now here we're going to have 2 little flaps. And you can do them any way you like. I'm just going to show you what I did. And so very, very universal. You can really change things out. We're going to leave our stickers open so that you can add. That's a cut apart that was left over. So that would actually sit there. It's pretty cute. Now this is how the pocket was supposed to look. They're not huge, but they would hold gift cards also. And then this one, so it basically now will stand. So you can actually have your center standing because we've got the 12 days. And again, this could actually be sitting or standing, you know, your center when you open it and have it wherever you have it. Then it will just come up this way. Or once again, there's no magnets. This is about the most bulk that you could get in here, but then see it can stand here. So we're going to create these accordion pages, and I don't have the other ones done, so that's where we're going to start, that are going to pull the other way. You can make both sides this way, so you can do this any way you want. That is what is so cool about our box. And then we will connect these tonight, so they will connect. And if you notice, I did do another matting on top, and I made my houses go this way instead of that way. But that's very pretty too, the Cartabella. So let me put these guys away. And we're going to start with what the vertical. So those are the horizontal type pages. These will be our vertical. And we want 3 pieces. And they are down at the bottom of the screen. We are going to start with these 3 pieces that are I just have to give somebody the link. And first piece is going to be 3 3/4. I'm kind of going from the back. 3 3/4 by 12. Okay, 3 3/4 by 11.5, and 3 3/4 by 11. Now we'll have 2 pieces that are 5 3/4 by 11. That's for the horizontal that I just showed you. So let's start by scoring our 3 3/4 by 11. And with the 3 3/4 across the top, we're going to score a 5.5. Next will be my 11.5 at the top of the scoreboard. And we're going to score it 1/2 inch and 6. Again, that's 1.5 inches and 6. I have glue again. Looks like a booger. It's not. 1.5 and 6. Then we have our 12-inch, which I'm going to fix because it's a little bit longer than 12. I mean, just a hair, but enough that it buckles in my scoreboard. Okay, that fits much better. With the 12, this is 3 3 3/4 by 12. and the 12 is going to be at the top of my scoreboard. And we're just going to score that's at 6. But you know what? I have left off a score mark. So let's grab this one. This is my little prototype guy. That one goes there. Yes, I did. I left off the score mark, I believe, on our 11. Yeah. So on our 12-inch, don't know how I left that off, because we do need a 1/2 inch here. So that's going to change. Oh, no, it's not. Okay. Everything else was correct. We just need to fix our 12-inch. So we have a scoring of 1/2, 6, and 11.5. So we need it on both ends to connect this guy. This was our 11-inch. There's no score marks. This is what's going to, this score mark on the 11.5 will attach this to our album. Okay, so we're going to put this one together. We're going to start with our 11.5 inch piece that we scored at 1/2 of an inch and 6 inches. We're just going to burnish it on the score lines. I'm not really worried which way we're going right now, because we're going to have to re-burnish it anyway. And we're not going to miter any of these guys off of our 1/2 inch. This is my, this is going to be the 11-inch piece. It's actually the last one. We just want to burnish it kind of both ways, actually, so we know which way it's going to accordion. And then our cardstock with the 2 1/2 inch pieces. Okay, so this is our center, and I want to start with my 11.5 inch piece that has the score line to my left. Let me turn it over. And we're just going to attach. 11.5 has the 1/2 inch, 6 inch, and then we're going to attach it together. That's going to be down in my book. Now I can fold the hinge piece backwards. Now we can start deciding how we want the accordion to go, because you can have it go the other way, to the right. And then our last piece, same thing. I'll just turn this over and attach those together. I know with the poo, I wasn't sure. I wasn't sure about it, and it's cute. I'd even put adult pictures in there, not just for babies, but it is a good baby's first year. Okay, so I know mine is going to attach to the left-hand side, so I'm just going to start. You can have it if you're okay. So if you want it to pull this way, it can go either way. Now I'm going to grab our original box because if you remember, I did say not to put this one down because see, this is going to fit perfectly, almost perfectly. So you're going to put this down first. But before we do, I am going to build the pocket. I'm not going to map them with you. I am going to cut the pockets and show you all that stuff. So I put it right to the edge of our first matting that we did. And you may have to, so I would make this a little bit wider. I would make it the 3 3/4 to fit. We did ours at 5 5/8. So I would do it, see, so that it covers the whole thing, because this is going to be longer than our matting. This was originally, I had made it at 5 5/8, but I redid it today. I liked the 3 3/4 better than the 3 5/8. But now you'll be able to mat on top and then it will close. Like so. Now, if you want it on the other side, you just switch it. But you'll just have to rescore it. So it goes out to the right. I like it to go to the left because when these are both open, then this won't go over your other set of boxes. Okay. I'll get this one made later because I'm going to finish up using the poo. Now, I don't need that yet. Okay. One thing that I do want to put in here. Oh, that went the same way. Okay. I want to do some pockets and I want to do some flaps. And if you remember, you have scraps. You might have to cut a few more, but you got plenty of scraps from when we made the box. And so these are 5 1/2 inches long. Whoops, let me get this. These are 5 1/2 inches long. And my pockets are going to just be tuck pockets where we don't have to do any scoring because it's just too bulky if you do. But we want some flaps. So on each side, I want 2 flaps. And let's see, I'll probably have 2 flaps and 2 pockets. And like I did on what I showed you, the finished one, I want spaces just for photos. So once again, these are 5 1/2 inches long and they are 3 3/4 wide. So we're going to need to cut down our scraps. With this one, I want my pockets just to be 1 1/2 inches long. 1 1/2 inches wide. And I'll go ahead and cut those at 5. Well, you can cut them the length of your matting or the length of your page. So let's go the length. I know my matting is going to be 5 3/8. So I'm going to cut 2 pockets that are 5 3/8. And then I want 2 flaps. They're going to be 5 3/8. And again, these were all left over from when I cut my box and my lid. And my pages are only 3 3/4. So I will cut these at 3 inches by 5 5/8. And I want to see what we got here. There we go. Okay, that's going to be on the front side or back side. It won't matter. Then I'm going to do the same thing for the back side, though. I want 2 pockets that are 5 5/8, and they'll both be 1.5 inches wide. And because I'm not matting this with you, we're just going to create this. So I'll have an extra one for the next side. And then I'm still going to do 2 pockets on the back, but they're going to be more like half pockets. So I know they need to be 3. I'm going to cut them just a little bit short of 3 3/4. And I'm going to do those by 4. I think almost. So I want to just cut it a hair short of 3 3/4. You need 4 pockets, 2 full flaps, and 2 partial flaps. So we do need to score our flaps, but we don't need to score those pockets. They're just going to be tuck spots. I need to see my numbers. Okay, we're going to start with our 3 1/2 by 5 5/8 pieces, and we're going to score both of those at 1/2 inch with the 3 1/2 at the top. And there we go. I feel like my camera's kind of crooked. I cut that too short. Well, I'm actually going to have, well, it's okay. It's all going to fall to the floor. I need to cut one more anyway, because we're going to need to cut it for your other half. And I don't have any more scraps because I used them on the other album. And again, I'll cut this one at 5 5/8. But we'll cut it the right width this time. Okay. I did round the corners. The corners are always getting beat up, so I just round them off. So I'm going to go ahead and do that to my partial. Oh, we didn't score those. I'm getting ahead of myself. Okay, with our 4 inch across the top of the scoreboard, these are the 3 3/4, and we cut them a hair short so they're not wider than the page. And on the 4 inch side, we're going to score at 1/2 inch. And we're going to round those corners if you want. Okay. So then when you're matting, you'll just want to measure. And I do the 1/8 of an inch border. So I would cut mine at, I'll give you this, 3 1/2 and then it will be 3 3/8. So 3 3/8 by 3 1/2 would be my matting. Yours could be different, and so you just want to measure yours. And then I'm going to miter the corners of our flaps. And we'll do our top flaps. Then you can also put these however you like in your book or your box or your explosion box. Got this everywhere. They're just flying all over my desk. Okay. I'm going to go ahead and round the corner on my first one. So the first one, I'm going to leave, I'm going to have it blank, not blank. I'm not going to put anything there so that I can like make that, you know, the beginning, and it'll be nice. And I can also add foam tape. I can't remember anything today. So foam, if I want to pop those up. So I'll leave this one with no pockets or flaps, is what I'm trying to say. And then when we open here, I think I'll do a pocket. Now, if you're going to do a tuck pocket, you're going to mat this first. And your matting is going to be 3 5/8. Let me see. I may have some pieces left from mine. Here we go. Isn't this cute from Pooh? So it's 3 5/8. That is, well, you could, no, you can't because of your pocket, but I do have some pieces. I know I do. That are the right. I guess I don't. I don't. That's a little different size. That's why. That's right. So it's going to be 5 3/8 by 3 5/8. And I'll do my matting, and then don't glue your pocket on all 4 sides like I did. I'll just do the sides and the bottom. I know everybody's so quiet. Are you guys out there? And then you'll have a tuck pocket. You'll just put it right on top of your matting if you want your pocket there. Now, I put most of my pockets like on the left-hand side and not on the back sides. And then we're just going to open it up. And again, you can decide where your flaps are. So I did basically a pocket, a flap. I wanted like 2 flaps together. And then I did a pocket on the last one. Or you could do a pocket flap, and then nothing. And I think I'll do it this time. I think I'll like that. So again, but you're going to put this down. Oh, I didn't do them this way. Whoops. Let me catch myself here. You know, I cut mine too wide. I forgot. I got to show you how I did those. Totally not like that. 5 1/2. What did I cut these? These should be 5 3/8. You know what? I was doing the other one, and so I've still got those measurements on my brain. So this is going to be 5 3/8 by the 3 1/2. because I forgot I did not bend this backwards. And I don't know how I could forget because I just finished the other one. So these are 5 3/8 by 3.5, and we're not going to burnish that. But we're going to redo our corners really quick. Hi, Terry. Yeah, no, you got to keep watching because you have to make all these Christmas gifts. Okay. So I decided that I would do pocket here. I know it's hard to see the red on red. Now, I'm not paying attention. So these are going to have to become matting. Sorry, guys. Good thing they're scraps. Let me show you. I'm tired. Okay. What I did on our flaps, see, I did not, they're just glued down here and I wasn't paying attention. So let me recut these and do them correctly with you. Don't worry, you can use those for matting. Okay. These are the same way. So we're going to recut our mats. If you cut them, that's okay. Just cut this off because we're going to use this for photo mats. I'm so sorry. Okay. We're going to put our thinking cap on. So we're going to measure one more time. Okay, this is 5.5. It's hard because I didn't have these pre-made, and that is my fault. So I'm going to cut it just a hair short of 5.5. Ignore those first measurements. And then let's recut this at 3.5. No mitering of corners, no matter what I tell you. Now, this piece, let's go ahead and cut this down. We know our width here is 3 3/4. We're going to cut it just a hair short of 3 3/4 so it doesn't hang over our page. And these are going to be 4 inches. Just fell. And 4 inches. Okay, let's do this right. 4 inches at the top of your scoreboard, and you're going to score at 1/2 inch. We're not going to miter any corners, so don't listen to what I tell you if I say that, because it's not correct. I'm just making sure it's not too wide. And it is. I'm going to take a hair more off. So, you know, let's just go ahead and go down to the 5 3/8. We don't want this in the fold. You'll see why in a minute. So 5 3/8 by 3.5. I started a trend on Monday when I forgot that I was doing a tutorial. So I really messed this up. I'm so sorry. So 3.5 inch side, and we still want to score at 1/2 inch. Okay. We know our pockets are correct. I know these are going to be correct, and I'm going to just round my corners off over the garbage can. And doing the pockets this way, see, it cuts down on the bulk because there's not a lot of, you don't want a lot of bulk in there. You want room for, you want your bulk to come from your photos. Okay, I have my pocket. Now, you can go ahead and bend it up. Straighten it back out. And what you're going to do is you're going to mat your page. You will mat your page. 3 3/8 by 5 3/8. That is correct. And then just match that at the top. See? Then when you mat your little thingy here, which we cut down to 5 3/8, that will be 5 1/4 by 2 7/8, because now it's 3 inches, and this will be just a 3/8 of an inch piece of cardstock. Okay, and then it'll fold up just like so. Now what I want to do here is mat your page with your choice of matting, and then let's go ahead and we're going to put down our little tuck pocket, and we're going to cut these shorter. So I'm going to come down to 5 3/8, so they will fit right on top of my matting when I do my matting. Over here, so we have pocket, flap, pocket. I'm going to have my other flap, but it's going to be down and it's going to flip up. Okay, mat your page, and we're going to put that on. Now, if the time isn't, terrible, then I'll go back and mat this with you guys. So then I have a place for photos, and we can just put some little photo mats. Then I have a flap. I have a pocket, my flip up flap, my pocket, photos, and that'll be my like statement page, decorated page. So now what happens is the page here is going to stay down. Okay. So just kind of fold it under there. And then we have our rounded corner. So that is also to tell me this is my front cover, the top cover. So let me cut these pockets. Oh, you know what? We can also have the pockets. Let's change our pockets here. So this is 3 3/4. So I'm going to change this. And my matting is going to be 3 5/8. So I'm going to have my 1 1/2 by 5/8 on the back side match 1 1/2 and 3 5/8. Might help if I give you that 3 ahead. We're going to have them go vertically, so it'll be this way. Still big enough. It will hold a, what's it called? Gift card. So these little guys, same thing. Oops, just fold them up. So let's put our pocket down. So that's my front piece. And I'll leave the back for a photo. And let's put a I'll put my first half flip here. So mat your page. So that will be a great place to cut down a 3x4 to fit. That's what I did on the other one. So we have a pocket. We could actually have a pocket, and then this pocket could go this way, and that pocket can go that way. Again, you can set this up, but mat your pages first, no matter what. Oh, and so this one's going this way, so this one will go that way. Okay. So actually goes this way. So here is your first 12 days. You'll have 1, 2. I have a pocket there. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 4. Oh, there it is. It's hard to see red on red. 5 and 6. Then here we have 1, 2, 3, 4. How did we only end up with 5 here, guys? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Got to count the back of the page. Okay. So once we have this matted, and because I didn't even know what I was going to do with these, this one I had gotten finished, I did put my matting down first. And if you did, that is a-okay. Then because actually I did put my matting down first on the horizontal pages. You're just going to put adhesive on the back of this tab. It'll be easier if we just open it. I'm going to put it at the matting, the double matting, basically where that starts, because we need space right here for this, for our side flaps to come in. So then you can just go through your book. Or it can go this way. Now, the thing with it going, well, you got to make sure your pockets won't be upside down. You got to just remember, when these 2 boxes open, they will be attached. They're going to open. And do you want it to come over this way? I didn't. So that's why I chose to go to the left-hand side. And you can see that this is almost up to the side now once you get your matting in. So you really can't add more, or you won't have room for pictures because it's getting pretty thick there. But this way, now these guys will come this way. Excuse me. Or you can make 2 of these, just fill it, it's temporary, and put one going this way and one going this way, or you can have the one that goes down. I liked the one going down. So that's how you create this one that I would call the vertical. And oh my gosh, We got the furnace coming on. Allergies are kicking in. And it's just, ugh. We're not used to the furnace being on. Okay, let me put him aside. Hopefully we'll come back and we'll do the matting. Now, so same thing here. But see, it just comes to life when you start your matting. Again, you can do this any way you want, except for don't glue down your pocket because then you can't use it. Okay, for instance, what happens when you put that hinge? So what I did is I just made a tuck spot and to cover the hinge. And then I just tucked in some of the cute little cut aparts. And oh, I did cut down, let me show you what's on this back side. So I did cut down the cut apart. So I chose ones that had a lot of excess white border, or it had like a decorative brown border. And then I just cut them to fit my little flap. And then I did use white cardstock on the back. And this is just cut it short of a 1/2 inch. I went over 3/8 of an inch by the width of 3 and about, because these are 3 3/4. We did about 3 5/8. So now let's make these guys. And that is on the screen. That's your first set. That is 2 5 3/4 by 11. So I'll make mine with you. So we want them to be 5 3/4, not 3 3/4, but 5 3/4. And these are 11 inches. And we're going to put these in our scoreboard. And we're going to score both of these the exact same way. So with the 11 inches across the top, everything is sliding. We want to score it 1/2 inch, 4, and 7 1/2. So these are going horizontal, they're going this way. 1/2 inch with your 11 inch across the top, 11 inches, whoops, 4 inches, and 7 1/2. So 1/2, 4, and 7 1/2. And let's go ahead and I started to score it at 4 1/2, so I need to straighten that out. Everything is flipping around tonight on my desk. I cleaned it, and that's why when I washed it down. Okay, let's start by burnishing the score lines. Okay, of course, one will be at the top. So now I'll fold that one over, this one down. For now, we're going to redo it, of course. Now we need to connect this to get our next 12 days. So, you know, the 12 days of Christmas. So if you want to do it the first 12, but actually the 12 days of Christmas come after Christmas. And so that might be fun to focus on, because we're going to be focusing on, I think I'm frozen, aren't I? Does it look like I'm frozen on the camera, guys? Because I don't think I've moved. There it goes. I guess it was only frozen on my end. That's really weird. Oh, and we don't want to cut anything here. So it might be fun to do the 12 days after Christmas and get some photos there. Okay. What did I do here again? 5 3/4. How could this be wider? Oh, boy, I need to go to bed early. Okay, I have it turned back upside down so I can see what I'm doing on this 1/2 inch piece. Just up to the score line. Make sure everything is attached tonight. So we want our hinge at the top this time. So we're going to fold away from ourselves, down, again away, now toward you, and up. And now we're just going to get everything burnished. Mine's off a little bit there. It's not bad, so there's not a problem. Hinge at the top. I'm going to go ahead and round those corners. Okay. We need to cut our pockets again. Let me see what I have here. Oh, cool. So these are 5 3/4. And we're going to go 1.5 by 5 5/8. And I want 4. Okay, we're going to go over to this side. 5 5/8 is the size of the matting, so that's why I want to go with that. What have we got here? Again, such a good use of scraps. Hello, Tomalee, how are you? And then 5 5/8. Now we want 2. These are different. These are just a little bit different. So I don't want to mess up again. Okay, we're going to cut 2 3 inches by 5 5/8. I didn't cut it at 3 inches. And 5 5/8. That will fit on, because we're going to put these on after we mat, and that way it fits the matting perfect. Then let's go with 2 4 inches like we did before, but these guys are 3.5 wide. So I need to go just a hair short. Well, let's go with the matting. So 3 3/8 by 4. Hold on. You might be able to use these. Guess what? We can. Remember our first ones that I did wrong? Oh, but I did that. No, I can't. I should have taken a little bit off of each side. So that's what I'm going to do. See if I can square. Yep, I can. So these need to be 3 3/8 by 4. And no, I can't. That's okay. I tried 2 of those. 4, 1.5. We won't even score those by the 5 5/8. And let's just score our pockets. I'm good. I'm tired, but I'm good. I'm good tired. Okay, on the 4-inch side of our 4-inch by 3 3/8, we're going to score it 1/2 inch. And we'll do both of those the same. And then our 2 that are 3 inches by 5 5/8, we'll score it 1/2 inch with the 3 inches at the top of our scoreboard. Oh, I don't want those in the garbage. Okay, let's just round our corners, if you're rounding your corners. Okay. Let's start. Okay, so this will be our front. When we turn this to the back, let me just accordion it. I'll put my tuck spot pocket after we do our matting. Now your matting's a little bit different. 3 3/8 by 5 5/8 on each one, and you basically will mat each one first. See, and then I did little photo spots on the back. So this is where we're going to have our double flaps. And again, we're not going to, we're going to flip them up instead of back. And I'll put one so it flips up, and one will flip kind of down. So this will go up. And then this one will go this way. Then, let's see, where did I put my tuck pocket? Oh, I put it on the next, just above this flap. And back here is where I put the cut apart. All you have to do is take one of the 4x6 or 6x4s and I cut it down. Again, use another one that has a lot of white background. That way you can cut it to fit. Okay, now the back side, we're going to put first our two little, well, yeah, our first is going to be our two little pockets. So let's fold this up. And we're going to go the back way. So after I do my matting, and I'll mat these two before I put them down. It's a little bit easier. Oh, wait, no, I didn't. I did put this all together, and then I did the matting. And then that's going to open to the left. Adhesive right on that 1/2 inch with it open. Add a little bit more here of the temporary. Because you do have to mat first. That's why I'm not gluing these with glue. And then after I did the matting, I did go ahead and burnish them and it'll stay down nicely. Then we're going to flip it over. I had this for a photo spot. And here we're going to put a pocket. Once again, after we do our matting, you'll glue it on 3 sides. And then this back one, we won't use that. Did I not use that one? Maybe I only did one pocket on the back. I did. I only did one. But that's okay. You can put another one anywhere you like. If you want 2 pockets. So I did not use that second pocket on the back. Then I need to grab the other box that's not poo. This is the one we were working on. So this matting will come up. And because this matting is how I wanted to do it, but I had already done poo. It's been sitting here. I thought it'd be so cute to mat. So we're going to add the adhesive there. And you turn it upside down. That'll be easier. Now remember, come down a hair because you need room for your moving parts. Okay, now flip it over. I would glue this down, of course. And we talked about that in the beginning. We'll need to make this longer, your matting, if you want to cover these hinges. And I guess here at this point, you could angle them in. Let's still going to maybe see them a little bit, but let's see what happens. So if you've already cut your back matting and you don't want to cut a new piece, then yeah, let's see if that'll work good enough just to angle it. See, I can still see it, so it would kind of bug me. But if it doesn't bug you, that's good. And then you can just cut. I cut my piece. Because my hinges were showing that hinge piece. So this is 1.5. Or is it 1 3/4? You can actually make it any size you want. Nope, it's 1.5. And then I just glue the 3 sides, covered my hinges nicely. And now you've got yourself a little tuck spot. You can do this box, which is fun. I just love that you can do it so many different ways. So let's now connect our boxes. And I will be, of course, connecting my poo boxes instead of my vintage. I'm going to need this because it's going to go down later. Oh, no, this isn't the one I need. I need the other one. That's right. We'll match, probably match that one. So we're just going to leave that one in there because I'll use it with this box. I don't have the other box made. Okay, lay down. Behave yourself. It will lay down better once you do the matting. Okay. Now in the beginning, remember that 6x9 inch piece of cardstock that we cut and we haven't used yet? That is going to be our connector, just like in the beginning. So we've already scored it, but let me go over that again with you. This was the 6x9 inch piece. And this one gets scored at 1 1/2, 4 1/2, and 7 1/2. And this is identical to how we created the box with the Prima, the baker. And this is exactly how, if you're going to use the baker and you want to do your pages. Okay, now we are going to mat this. I can now make these in my sleep. Okay, 6x9. And let me grab the pieces of poo that I want to use. I think I'm just going to go all with this one. Possibly. Okay, because we're working with a 6-inch piece, we need it to be 5 7/8. Oh yeah, I think we can get it all out of there. And then we want 2 pieces that are 1 3/8. Those are going up on the side. And I believe our centers are 3. What sounded really weird? And we need 2 that are 2 7/8. I know, isn't it funny sometimes when you're listening and you think you hear something and you're like, and you're not seeing it and you're like, whoa. Okay, 2 7/8. So I'm going to use the green in the center. That's really cute. Oh, yes, your pieces of poo. So 5 7/8, and then 2 7/8. You're right. That, oh, I almost threw that away. That would sound funny. You know, I did not ink this on poo, but I did ink. I was inking something on poo. And I'm like, I don't like it inked. What was I inking? You know what? Maybe I didn't ink it. No, because it has such a white background. I didn't. We're going to put our 1 3/8 of an inch pieces first. Well, see, her name says it all. Hi, Jen. Because she thought she heard, and because she was listening under the influence. No, I'm kidding. And then our 2 7/8 of an inch pieces for the center. And again, you can use these for, you could use the center kind of like a greeting card if you're giving this as a gift, or the date of the year, especially if you're using something like poo. Where, but like I said, I would use these for my adult children because I think it's just adorable. But if it's baby's first album, first Christmas album, which would be just adorable, then you're going to probably want to put white cardstock, so then you can you can journal about the first year, the date, the important stuff like that. And our last piece. I have to, Kim. Okay, once we get the matting, we do want to reburnish our score lines. Okay, let's grab the boxes. So it's going to be kind of important with our boxes for our direction. And I wish that I had, I'm going to turn it this way. And the reason I'm turning it this way is so, see, this will go this way. But yes, when you're looking at it, you'll probably turn your boxes this way. Now, another option is you can attach them here, but it's going to make it very long. And then, so see, I had my box turned completely the wrong way. So actually it's going to go up and down and not, these pockets are good. Again, we'll turn it to look at it. So that's the direction we're going to go there. Lids can always be refixed. So we want to just fold all those up. So we're going to attach it like so. Okay. Put him aside for a minute. And I'm going to glue. Kim, if you go into my playlist, you'll see the very first box that started it all. It's just a box. And then we evolved into an explosion box. And then we've revolved into this, evolved. So you're going to get, you might get sick of boxes. But it's been a fun box. And I'm going to make more because I really like these for gifts. Whether it's an empty box like we did with the first one with Prima, or this box, which is going to be fun. Now see, it's going to start staying up, which is nice, but I want to dump my pages. I really want to burnish this down. You know, we could have made that a tuck pocket too. So again, this is just something that it's been in my head, and we've done. We didn't get it pre-made because I goofed and forgot about my live Monday. And then I had other things I wanted to make. Isn't that awful? I got so many Christmas ideas. Okay, we are going to put the lid back on here so that it's self-contained here, so we can attach this little guy. Again, I want to make sure he's going the right direction, my pages. Kim, yeah, usually if I'm going to be live, it's going to be Monday and Thursdays, and sometimes Fridays, and then Saturdays. So, again, I'm just trying to decide which way I want this to go. I want it to go this way. And if you didn't catch me live, then you'll be able to catch me, catch the recording. Okay, so now I need to turn this. So you turn yours, however, is best for you to work on. But let's give this another burnish here. I did on Monday. And my assistant, she's like, "Aren't you going live tonight?" I said, "No, I'm not going live. I'm exhausted." She goes, "Yes, you are. You put it on the schedule." I'm like, I didn't even make the project. So you guys have been so good following along. It is best to watch sometimes first. Okay, I want that at the bottom. So now I can flip it over. Again, I don't map the bottom of this. It makes it kind of bulky, but you can. Okay. So now let's take a look here. Let me get a flatter surface. And let's see what we're up against. Now remember, I'm not going to do the belly band. You need to just go back to that first video, and it's part 3, and we exact same size. You're going to do the belly band the exact same way. So it will now open. It's going to plop open. A little different than our explosion box, but how fun and bright and cheerful. So this is going to go this way. So when you're looking at it, I don't have room, but I will turn it this way. And then we'll get this little guy down. And we're going to decorate him. And so possibly I'm going to change these. Unless you are looking at it all from this direction, then these pockets will be fine. Oops. But you might want to change them all. And there's our flaps. You might want to change it all like we did here, where they're smaller as they pull everything off. And of course, everything goes like so. Okay, I'll put this one. I got to finish my ends. Got to get more cardstock from the warehouse. So now I can just put that middle piece in there. See, and then you can just have them closed, have it open and look at it. So probably I'm going to leave my pockets like so, vertical. And let's see, what time is it? Well, let's go ahead and cut some paper, shall we? Need to open this. So I ran out of the yellow coordinating with the poo for my sides, and I need to get some more at the warehouse. Okay. Actually, I don't have to map this on here because I didn't attach it yet. And I think I'll attach it after. That's what I'll do. I just have to remember which direction I want mine to go. And we'll do some matting here. So once again, just refer to video number 1 for the belly band that holds your box beautifully all together. And then it's the 12-inch, you know, the 3-inch by 2 3-inch by 12-inch pieces that we put together to do your belly band. Okay, let's go ahead and do some matting, and I'll get this one done and put in the book. Okay, that one I didn't use. So I'm just going to start with my front, and again, it's 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. And I know I have to do all my matting the same. I love that one. And the back side is red, but that's okay. Then I have my stockings. There is a brown one in here I didn't use before. I need to find it. Okay, let me get some papers cut. Well, we'll start here. And watch your direction. Unless you want it to go that way, but I want it to keep going this way. So I'm going to first do 5 3/8, and I'm just going to cut a bunch of pieces. No, those were 3 1/2. Hold on, we better double check there. Nope, they're 3 3/4 by 5 1/2. You get confused when you do both of them, and they're a little bit different. So these are going to be 3 5/8 by 5 3/8. Okay. And what I'm going to do is just cut 3, and we're going to use front and back. And if keep these, they might fit your pocket. Some of them will. And again, I've got a directional. Yes, actually measure 3 and 4 times, because so 5 3/8. And also, if I give you a measurement, measure, just to forewarn you, 3 5/8. Now let me get, because I know we need 12 pieces. And one thing I want to do is use those 4 by 6 or the 6 by 4. So Echo Park has 4 by 6, 4 by 4. 3x4 and 6x4. I know, let's just confuse this all to pieces, right? And it looks like my whole studio here is covered just in poo. Okay. Super cute. But again, we have to find one that we can cut down. This one's going to be a good one. And I didn't use it on the other side. And this is a good one. I didn't use it on the other side. So I'm just going to cut these both, cut it in half, because then it's a 6-inch piece and I can still use it. I'm just going to cut this at 4. If I didn't use that one, I might use that one. I did use that one. I thought so. So we won't use this one. Okay. So we need it to be 5 5/8. So let's just make sure we can do that with our image. We can. And I'm going to start just by cutting 1/4 of an inch first. So that's 5 3/4. I may mess that one up. And 5 5/8. I did mess that up. So we'll use him for a different one. So he's 6 inches. 6 7/8. We'll turn it and go to 6 3/4. I cut too much off. I didn't read my measurements. And then I will take, mine has 16. So if you have 1/16 of an inch marks, that's what you need to take off. And now you can cut it to 5 5/8. And it should be pretty symmetrical with the brown color. But we only need this to be 3 1/2, and it's 4. Actually, we only need it to be 3 3/8. So we'll start at 3 3/4, 3 1/2. We want it to stay nice and symmetrical. And again, if you have those 16th inch marks, otherwise just take a hair off the top and then take it to 3 3/8, and you should match. This thing sticks on me and I don't know why. There we go. So that's pretty darn close. And I'll pick a different one. This blue one will be a good one because I need 2. I used 2 cut apart. And they're not exactly the 4 inches. Goodness. Time to clean the tracks. Okay. So let's start again at 3 3/4. Turn it around to 3 1/2. This thing is going to go up and get a good cleaning in the sink when we're done. And a 16th, and I'll take another 16th off, making it 3 3/8. Okay, now we need to just get our length, which is 5 3/8. This is the boring part, I know. So 5 3/4. 5.5. And then I'm just going to take a 16th off of each side, and it will be 5 3/8. Okay, so let me put these down first. So I'm going to put, I know he goes there. I want to put this right here on the back. How did I manage that? So we're going to be double matting. I cut mine too short because I'm having one of those nights. So we're going to take another 1/8 of an inch off of each end, and we're going to double mat this because your instructor does not know how to measure. Let's find some red. I used the back side of poo. No, I've been telling you 3 3/8, and it's 3 5/8. Your length is 5 3/8, and I think I messed up and said the wrong numbers, which is, or I didn't check my numbers and just cut it too short. And that's where the pretty red matting comes into play. And then we're happy. So has anybody made, well, I know a couple of you have made the boxes because you posted them on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations. And they're beautiful. So has anybody else made any of our boxes? And also, guys, if you're watching this video, be sure to like. And then also be sure to follow us on Scrapbookers of Country Craft Creations on Facebook so that you'll get the notification when we're live and when the designers post all their fun projects. Okay, that's going to go there. And then we have our virtual retreat next week. So I won't be live on Thursday, but I will. I'm going to try and go live on Monday for you. But I hate to start a project, but it's okay. I don't only leave you hanging for till the following Monday. So we'll see how that one goes. Okay, I'm going to put down next these pieces that we cut, and then my flap will go on the top. But I'm going to mat this first. And we did measure, I mean, we did score that. So now we've got a 3-inch section, and then we're going to measure. So I'm going to cut 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. I'm going to take my second one, cut him down to 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then I'll do the white for underneath. And I know I need 2 of these because I have 2 of these flaps. So I can cut 2 that are 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. And then we're just going to round those edges. I'm going to do it over my garbage can. Now for this little guy up here, I just need to trim this down. And I'll cut this down to 5 1/4. That was that little piece left over. Let's take it from the bottom. Make sure it won't look too funny. That might look, oh, that one wouldn't, but it's too little. Let me see how oh, that doesn't look bad. It's just a little too wide. So that's a 1/2 inch. I didn't quite, it's just a little bit over 3/8 of an inch. And I promise this is the last box like this. We'll go on to new stuff. But we got 3 boxes out of this one design, so that was pretty cool. Temporary loves to stick on my thing. Okay, let's go ahead and glue this down and turn it upside down. And it should be the same width as your matting. And it is best on this one to use our cute little stickers because they're flat. You want room for photos, of course. We've already got Merry Christmas there. So let's go. Christmas is a togethery sort of holiday. I really want to. Oh, he's already there. No sense in putting him down twice. But we don't have Tigger. I did not get Tigger on the other one, but he's going the wrong direction. So we will save that for a photo. Then this will lift up. Oh, and how about if we put our matting down? Goodness, guys. Actually, your matting should go down before. There we go. See, it lays so much nicer with your matting. Okay, so when we turn our page, this one has the little pocket. And we're going to cut, so let's see. We're going to cut a little Pooh Bear. I think I like this Pooh better. And yes, I am falling apart. And I don't know why. So 3 3/8. By 5 3/8. We're just going to cut another one. Then we can use the back side. Yeah, this one, this isn't a bad tutorial. It's just not as smooth as usual. Because, oh my goodness. Well, wait a minute. You know what? It's a pocket. It will cover that. You notice I cut it too short. I increased the size and I'm just not paying attention. Okay. So make yours 3 5/8. And I apologize if you are watching and you're not used to my videos. This doesn't usually happen. But this will be these two will be good pocket size papers because our pocket hides them. So no worries. Oh, I still like to get that temporary off. Otherwise, it will interfere with your tag. You know, I've just been off where my hubby was gone for so long. You know, this is, when I look at the screen, you guys, this is really odd. It's showing like 20 minutes ago. I hope you guys are seeing me actually doing this. There we go. There's such a lag on YouTube. And if I don't do a refresh, it still shows on my end that it's clear back when I was just showing you putting the box sides together. So weird. You would think there was a full moon. And there's not. Okay. Our pocket was the 1 1/2 by 5 3/8. And so now one 3/8. By 5 1/4. Blade is kind of not great. So I am going to do the red on red because I'm going to use then a sticker. Part of this is just straightforward matting, and usually I'm doing so many different cuts. I guess this is confusing to me. I don't know. It's so crazy. So let's get some cute little things. Now there are some Like we have a little poo at the present, but we need a tree. I hate doing the decorating on camera because that's what happens. I totally get indecisive, but I do need to use my powder to make it not sticky at the top so nothing gets stuck to it. So about 3/4 of the back, 3/4 down. I don't want it sticky. Okay. Let's get some of this greenery on here. It's gone the wrong way. Bring that one down a little. Find something little and red. Do they not make any little? They've got a green one. And a black one. So what this is just a little tiny circle with a snowflake in it. I'm going to put it on the greenery. Hold that there for a minute. Let's just bring another greenery over here to this side. Kind of tuck that underneath. And then we'll have a place for a tag. This is going to be the other top mat. Oh, yay, it was cut correctly. Did I cut the blue ones correctly? Because I like the, okay, there we go. Yes. Didn't I use that back here? No, I did not. So we're going to go with the blue one. He is. He came back home late Tuesday night. And, you know, our 40th wedding anniversary is Saturday. And so we've been together a lot of years. And you're just so out of whack when one of you is gone. And of course, Charlotte was scared of him when he came home. He's been helping on the family, the sisters and their farms, and he's one of the only boys left out of 12 kids. But I thought, oh, no problem. You go ahead and you go. I told him, you ain't ever doing that again. I am not going to be left without you. It was hard for both of us. So 2 7/8. We're going to cut it by 5 1/4. 2 7/8 by 5 1/4. But he is home, but I'm still just not back into the routine here, and I think that's my issue. Yeah, he's that, and his butt is staying home. Get back here. Okay. Just wanted to grab out some pieces and parts here. So now we need some stockings. Cut that off. see what we can get here for the 2 7/8. There we go. 5 1/4. And I already cut my white piece, so I don't have to cut that. Has everybody started on their Christmas cards, Christmas gifts? I've got some cute layouts. I'm not a big layout person, but these layouts also have some tags. So I'm excited to do those with you. We'll be doing those. You know what? Maybe we'll do those Monday because the tags are just adorable. The layouts, not like I said, I don't do layouts usually, but these are really pretty and I would frame them. So maybe that's what we'll do Monday, something a little more less stressful. No, this is not stressful, actually. I'll cut that in just a minute. So let me turn this upside down. This will go right on top of our matting. Burnish that, and let's bring in some green. The back of my plaid. Love the green. I would too. And you know, another thing, do you do winter, Kim? I love to do winter. What the nice thing is, you can use any of our tutorials with any paper collection. And what a way to simplify life. Oh, fall cards, that's another one of my favorites. Okay, then we got a nice journaling spot. So one other thing that I want to do, and I need to do it on my other one. No, maybe I shouldn't do this tonight. There we go. In the corner. And this one has a lovely little boo-boo there. Ooh, that's going to be pretty, Linda. And then let's write. There's a little words here. Where's the? Oh, here we go. Happy holidays. Just on the top where I made that little boo-boo. Now you don't know the little boo-boos there. Okay, now we have one more pocket. And I haven't used the yellow. So 5 3/8. We're going to get this right. And we're going to measure. By 3 5/8. Let's see if that's going to, oh, that is. Okay, let's see if we can get a pocket out of here. I really don't want to cut his toes off. We can get 1 3/8. Nope, cut his nose off. So we'll use the red on something different. Problem with this collection, there's some similarities to every paper with poo. 3/8. Pocket pieces 5 1/4. There we go. And that's how it should fit. And I just have one more. I'm going to do the back. I won't do the front because now you guys kind of have an idea of how not to cut your papers, how to measure it and make sure. Because I know it's 10 o'clock on the East Coast, so I'll just have this side to do. And again, I'll be doing it very similar to what you're seeing now. So that part I won't do on camera, and then you can just refer back to that first video in the playlist. You'll see it. It's the Prima boxes, and we did use what's it called? We did the belly band. And we did the belly band, and then you'll just decorate it with your embellishments. And let's see, one thing, this back. This back. I want to go ahead and do the back of that. So this is the one that I want on the back here. I have to take that other 1/8 of an inch off. think we did cut. Oh, we did not cut that too short. I'm just cutting 1/8 of an inch off of each end. That's why I didn't grab my printer, and I mean my cutter. So, I'll just go in the center here. And that's the back of the opposite page that I put the other cut apart on. Yeah, that timeless one, that's what I did my wedding album with. I've got my wedding pictures in there. Finally, at that time, after like 30 years, I am going to take the little corners off because they had a little bit of that brown border, and I don't want that there. Oops. Okay, let's just finish this one last page. That will be down like so. Move him out of the way. Okay. And I am going to use the red on the red, and we're going to cut a couple of little cute photo mats. Well, you've been married a while too, Linda. Yeah, we got married in 1984. And for the photo mats, what I did is I cut 2.5 by 2.5 inch pieces. Almost done. 2.5 by 2.5. And then you could cut your pictures down to 2 by 2. And you could also make them bigger on here. On that one, it could be like a 2.5 by 4 or 3 by 4. 3 by 4 is kind of big. Okay, so what to do? Oh, maybe we'll do 2. Can overlap. No, let's do them straight. Bring them down, and we'll put a cute little thing on the top. And if you just popped in, then when you're re-watching the video, I do show the other side to give you some idea for matting. But you can see matting is very just straightforward here. And there we go. And measure. Don't do what I did. just don't. So I've got this Merry Christmas to You to bring in some of the blue. And we've got December 25th, which is actually, well, I hate to put that because then if it doesn't fall on that for the December 25th. You bring in holidays. So I need my, anywhere you want to tuck a photo in, You do have to make it not sticky. So I'll just rub my powder on there until it's not sticky anymore. Oh, hey. And we'll just add adhesive to these tall parts. And our S. That's good. Okay, and then we'll have that there. So that is what our matting looks like. Super easy, straightforward. We'll make this the cover. So I'm going to do one more, guys. I got to do one more so that I can do that cover part with you. So let's go with the blue. Once you get going, it's like, I don't want to stop. You don't want to stop. Let's see if we've got, oh, we do. Let's get another piece of the plaid. So we want a, did I do a 3x3? I did. I did a 3 1/8 by a 3 1/8. 3 1/8 by 3 1/8. Okay, let's grab our white. And let's do a 3x3. Not quite 3x3. I just stopped a little bit in front of it. Maybe I do want the green. I don't like the green. It just doesn't look good with that. Oh, it sure would, Terry. Yeah, the red. It's got to be the red. Okay, let's put that down, and I'm going to grab my chipboards this time because this is the top, and we can have some chunky embellishments on this. I am going to glue this down in my book because you'll see it's not hard to do our back pages. And here's the chipboards. Got to have the Christmas tree. On this one, I took the sticker. It was just the sticker snow globe because it was super cute. But here we've got to have the Christmas tree, and I'm going to pop him up. I wish there was more to make us. I like to make scenes. Put put him. We'll start here. Dog? They want to go to bed. Okay. Here a little bit. Move it so it's not crooked. The word Wonderland. Bring it over here. And just use the powder if you've got cornstarch, whatever you like to use, just so your photo won't stick to it. We just need glue on that edge. Little snowflake down there. And that will be the cover of this one. So I'm going to grab my box. And we already decided it was going to go that way. So see, when you're looking at it, you can turn it however you like. Now I'm going to get that temporary off. Add my adhesive here. Then I'll make a little tuck pocket. And then I'll finish it up later. Remember, stay on the inside of your matting because you need to have these corners come up. But you need it to be within your perimeter, so you don't want it to be too long. So see how cute that comes out to be for the last page? Now this is where I mentioned if you had not put it underneath your matting, then we can make that tuck spot. And this is 4 inches. This is wider. And I'm just going to pick up a scrap. Let's see what we've got here. I might like something better. And I have some yellow. Let's go yellow. So I'm going to cut this at 4 inches. And I'm going to go 1.5 for my tuck area. Boy, that's sticky. And it's too long. There we go. That glue comes off and it just looks terrible when it does that. Okay, only glue 3 sides. Then You can just grab one of your cut aparts. You can make some little booklets. If you have some, I didn't grab any of the ephemera. And I don't know why. I thought I had the ephemera to this collection here in my studio, but I don't. And I only grabbed the paper in the warehouse, but hey, I think we've done good just using what we have. So now you've got a cute little tuck spot for anything you want. And then we can add, like here, it's a rather blustery day today. Good night, Tamale. And we're just going to add another little poo there. You can add more, like I said, decorations to these, or even photo mats, which I think photo mats would be really cute. Cut them down. Because I always trim my photos. I trim out a lot of background. And then that's our albums. Again, I'll go through and add cute things to the pockets. Probably won't add anything there because that's all we need. We just need some little things in there. And I'll finish the back side. That way I don't keep you guys up. Remember, we did the different pockets. And it looks like I may not need, I'm going the wrong way here. Okay, what are we doing? There we go. So it looks like this little guy got left off. So I'll probably put him back here. Oops, I do want my flaps. Yeah, I'll move him there here. Okay, there is our boxed album. Almost finished. And this will be a lot bigger once I do the back side and add things into the pocket. It'll start popping up like this one. And you can just, like I said, go to the first video. Okay, so I'm going to put, see my middle piece I put in there. Go to the video, because the belly band is what makes this so it just gives it that finishing touch. So there's 2 3x12-inch pieces that we just wrapped. We wrap around Mark to get our belly band in the first, and that will hold it all together. Now, what would be really cute on here is if you have, if you know how to make a bow out of your paper, super cute, or just a bow ribbon. And we've got our gift boxes. So thank you guys for sticking through all these tutorials. I'm sure you're sick of boxes. And I'm still going to make this box, an album box. So I got to finish this guy. This is the paper I was using that night. I will get these finished, probably not till over Thanksgiving. And that's okay, because I will then have all these gifts ready to go, or they'll be in the store on display. And then I'll go get them for gifts. That's kind of what we do. We recycle through the store. And so we'll start something new and fun on Monday, I hope, either Monday or Tuesday, because we start our virtual retreat Wednesday night. For those of you, I know some of you will be in there. You're going to be making a lot more fun Christmas gifts. So I will see you next week, and have a fabulous weekend, and get caught up on all these projects. Good night, Tanya. See you tomorrow. Bye-bye. I'll see Tanya tomorrow, not you guys tomorrow. No videos tomorrow. Bye-bye.